Yo, what is up guys, and welcome to another Wild Rift video. And Singed is broken. Singed is broken, and I also got really good at Singed. Just to show you guys exactly how to play him. I put way too much effort in these videos. It's you know what's funny? Like, I put so much effort into these videos. I have this philosophy of like, I have to get super good at this champion before making the video. And I have to learn all of the different kinds of items that you can build. And so I can tell you guys the best things. So the video is gonna be good, but I play so many Singed games. You guys don't even know. But yes, with the new Rylai Scepter, he's utterly broken. Like, as long as you just pick him in a decent draft, he's broken. And I'll tell you about the draft during the gameplay, because I hear you guys, you want to hear counter picks as well. I'll tell you about it, don't worry. So first, how to build him. There's timestamps in the description to go to the gameplay. Building him is quite simple. The first half is simple. You go Rylai Scepter and Liantris every single game. It doesn't matter who you're up against. Doesn't matter if you want to be tanky. Doesn't matter if you want to deal damage. This is going to be your build. Rylai Scepter as your very first item because of the 30% slow, which is huge, by the way. Huge. It used to be 20%, which was already pretty good. But now it's 30%. Absolutely huge. After that, you get the Liandris. The reason that this works so well is because you have a Rylai Scepter, you're constantly going to be doubling this damage right here. So you're going to be dealing 2% of their max health as magic damage instead of 1%. So, by the way, after the Rylais, you always go for boots. And the boots that you go for is either Boots of Swiftness. Boots of Swiftness is going to be your boots 70% of the times. 15% of the times is going to be Mercury's Threat if you're up against heavy CC. Like Morgana or something. And Plated Steel Caps is going to be the other 15% if you're up against like a heavy AD composition. But more often than not, it's going to be Boots of Swiftness. These are absolutely amazing boots on Singed. And the reason that it's so amazing as well is because, if I can quickly show you, like I really want to explain to you why Boots of Speed are so good on Singed. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, the passive of Singed, you get 20% bonus movement speed when you're nearby either an allied champion or an enemy champion. Boots of Speed give you flat speed, so extra flat speed, which means, so let me show you what I mean. 50 flat speed, 50 instead of 40. So, you know, the normal boots give you 40, these ones give you 50. So that 10 bonus speed, you know, you're gonna multiply it by 20%. And when Singed uses his ultimate, he gets bonus movement speed as well. So all of it counts up to each other. Next up, we have the Deadman's Plate as your third item. Same story for this. This gives you flat movement speed, flat, which means the percentage is gonna be multiplied by this. So basically, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're gonna get a lot of movement speed. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. You're gonna get a lot of movement speed. This is another thing that I've added to my Singed build because they reduced the gold cost. Oblivion Orb. It only costs 800 gold, and you're gonna need it in like 80% of the games. If the enemy has like a lot of healing, like a Nami, or even an ADC who has a Blade of the Ruined King, you know, basically if they have healing, if they have a Nasus or whatever, you go for the Oblivion Orb and you don't finish the Green Book. Don't finish it. It's not worth to finish. Just stick with the Oblivion Orb and then continue building defense items. So as I said, these are gonna be your only 2 damage items plus the Oblivion Orb. Then you get a Deadman's Plate. You can get an Abyssal Mask if the enemy has magic damage and your team has some magic damage as well. So not only you. Like let's say you have an Orianna as well and the enemy has a cannon. You can go for Abyssal Mask because it gives you magic resist. And you're going to be increasing your damage and Orianna's damage because of this. But besides that, you should always go for Deadman's Plate. And now for your next item, it's completely situational. Whatever you need. Never go for the Thornmail because you already have an Oblivion Orb. But whatever you need. You need a Abyssal Mask. You can even go for Zeke's Convergence. If your ADC is playing really well, you can even get a Zeke's Convergence because when you ult, you're gonna further slow the enemies with your Blizzard. Force of Nature is good. Frozen Heart is good. Whatever you need, really. You know, Random's Omen, whatever you need. After your Rylai Scepter, I was only talking about boots, but not enchantments. Always Protobelt. Never ever go for anything else. Always Protobelt. Right after your Rylai Scepter. This is very important. I actually have it here, but I always build it, always build it after my Rylai Scepter. Always. This is such an important thing on Singed. I'll tell you why during the gameplay. For your runes, there's 2 runes that you can go for, and this also talks about the draft. Basically, you want to pick Singed into a melee mid laner. If you pick him into a ranged mid laner, you're gonna struggle. But if you pick him into a melee mid laner, you go Fleet Footwork, because Fleet Footwork allows you to easily hit that enemy, and it's gonna restore your health and mana. And more importantly, it also gives you movement speed, which makes it a good late game rune as well on Singed, because in the late game, when you try to run through the enemy, you can quickly basic attack an enemy, and the Fleet Footwork is going to give you quite a lot of movement speed as well, which is of course great to just run even further. Your second rune is always... Oh, sorry. For your first one, you can also go for Conqueror. I don't recommend it because... First of all, you need the Fleet Footwork to survive your lane. Secondly, it's harder to stack Conqueror on Singed than you may think. It doesn't stack with your gas, because your gas is one ability. You need to hit different attacks to stack it up. So keep that in mind. It's harder to stack Conqueror than you may think on Singed. So just go for Fleet Footwork, basically. Secondly, you always go for weakness. I'm not even going to talk about anything else. Just always go for weakness. Always. Third one, you go for Second Wind. The reason is you want to survive your laning phase. That's really the only thing with Singed. Just get through the early laning phase and you're going to be golden. And Fleet Footwork and Second Wind is going to help you to do that. So when the enemy damages you, you're going to be healed. And also the reason that it is so good, all this healing, the effect is doubled for melee champions. Singed is a melee champion, so you're gonna get even more healing. And now I have a very interesting fourth rune for you guys. You're not gonna expect this, but it's gonna be the Nimbus Cloak. Look at what it does. After casting a summoner spell, you gain 5 up to 25% movement speed for 2 seconds. The speed of effectiveness depends on the summoner spell's cooldown. Now, why is this such a good rune for Singed? Why am I choosing this over the likes of a Sweet Tooth? Let me tell you. I don't go for Ghost as my summoner spell. This is Ghost. I don't go for Ghost. I go for Flash and Ignite. Why? Because Flash and Ignite... Oh, oops. Whenever you either use Flash or Ignite with a Nimbus Cloak, you're gonna get a lot of movement speed for 2 seconds, which is basically a mini Ghost. So that's why you can go for a Flash, which allows you, to flash through a fight and gives you bonus movement speed. And Ignite, you can ignite someone and get a lot of movement speed too. Basically, you have 3 summoner spells. It's so good. The Nimbus Cloak is perfect on Singed, because Singed is all about movement speed. So enough about the build, let's now get into the gameplay. Alright, onto the gameplay. Let me just put it straight. Okay, so let's immediately start. Wait, let me just put the screen correctly. There we go. Yeah, about the giveaways again. I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. My PayPal got blocked. It's really annoying to give away skins on Wild Rift. I'll see what I do. But let's talk about Singed. Let's talk about drafting Singed first. So, what is good against Singed? There's a few things. Ranged champions in general. So, Caitlyn, Jinx, Orianna, Morgana, ranged, right? Another thing that's good is CC. So, yet again, the Morgana, for example. Camille is insanely good because she can ult you. Even though you can kind of throw her out of her ult, she's still good into Singed because of this one thing. Let me see. Darius is pretty good because he can hook you and slow you. Tristana is insanely good because she can damage you a lot with her bomb. And she can push you away with her ultimate. Basically hard CC. Like any champion that has any sort of hard CC is very good into Singed. Now what is Singed good against? First of all, Singed is just good in general. But he's especially good into a lot of melee champions. Because, like, they can't reach you. They can't reach you. If they try to reach you, they're gonna get slowed by your gas. And you can fling them backwards. So, but if you're up against a lot of melee champions, I was talking about the Camille countering, but that's not really true because you can fling her out of her ultimate. If you're a good Singed, Camille doesn't counter you. If you're a bad Singed, Camille counters you. Now a champion like Olaf as well, he doesn't counter Singed because you're faster than him. You are just much faster than an Olaf, so you're gonna be fine. Now another thing that I want to teach you guys about Singed is take a look at my first ability when I'm farming. I am not constantly using it. Look, just look at what I'm gonna do. I think here, well, it's not gonna happen here because I'm fighting the Akali. But you should look at what I'm gonna do while I'm farming. Look at this, by the way. You see how the Fleet Footwork is allowing me to easily win trades? Plus the... There we go. There we go. I saw an opportunity and I took it, of course. Fleet Footwork plus the Second Wind. You see how easy it makes it for me to fight? I'm level 5 already, by the way. But I'll tell you about this trick with the first ability. It's a really important trick. By the way, guys, make sure you give the video a like if you're enjoying it. But yeah, so when I do it, I'll tell you about it because it's so important to do. These are all like tiny things that you really have to do on Singed, which is really gonna get your Singed game to the next level. And you know what the beauty is of this champion? Once you just get 2-3 items, it's game over. Like, you're just gonna hard carry the game. It's crazy. It's crazy how strong Singed is. Like, utterly crazy, really. I was walking here. The reason that I was walking here, because I thought he placed a control ward down. But he didn't. It's fine. If he tries to go on me, I will win this trade. Look, I just win the trade. I'm fine. So look at my first ability. I turn it on, and I turn it off. Why am I turning it off, you may think? So, let me tell you exactly why. When you turn on Singed first ability, it lets out gas, right? But the gas stays on the ground for like 4 seconds. Now what this means is you can turn on the gas, turn it off, and then while the gas is on the ground, your ability is turned off. Look, I think I'm gonna do it here. Here. Because it's kind of hard to explain. I just want to show you while I'm doing it, because it's better that way. I turned on, turned off, turned on, turned off. Now, why the hell am I doing so much effort? To save mana, guys. This is all to save mana. Singed does struggle with mana, and when you do this, you're gonna deal the same damage. So you're gonna deal the exact same damage to the minions, and you're gonna be saving your mana. So it's a win-win situation for you. I was basically spamming my ignite there in case he would escape, but you should you shouldn't just keep your first ability turned on because you're wasting mana. When you're taking farm, turn it on and off, on and off, on and off, because you're gonna be saving like 40% of the mana that you normally spend, maybe even 50%. It's crazy how much mana you can save. So very important. Otherwise, you're constantly gonna be running out of mana, especially in the early game. In the late game, you're not really gonna be running out of mana too fast, but in the early game, you really have to do this trick to save a lot of mana. So here you can see again, boom, turned off. Look, I'm not turning it on unnecessarily because there's no reason. There's no reason for me to lose mana. If he tries to trade, I'll throw him back, basic attack, and I should be fine. I need to flash here, but she can't kill me. She can't kill me. That's the thing with Singed. You're so incredibly fast. Throttle's got the kill. I'm in a bit of trouble here, but it's okay. They used, like, Olaf used everything to kill me there. So it puts my team at an advantage. Let's see if they can actually punish them for it. Seems like they can't. So I did die, but I couldn't really do anything about it because Olaf used his ult and his flash, so... Like, yet again, he doesn't have anything now, so this is good for us. We just have to be able to punish them. By the way, Singed ultimate is such a disgusting ability, guys. Especially when you get it to level 3. The stats that it gives are so good. It gives you ability power, it gives you armor, it gives you magic resist, it gives you movement speed, it gives you health regen, it gives you this, it gives you everything. It literally just buffs you. It makes you stronger in every single aspect. It gives you movement speed too, by the way. In every aspect, it makes you stronger. So the ultimate is when you want to go all in a team fight. That's when you want to use the ultimate. Right now, unfortunately, I don't have my ultimate, so that's why I'm not really fighting right here. You can see, like, I'm kind of hesitant. I can use Protobelt to fling someone back, but I'm really hesitant because I'm just low. I'm very low. You can see they got the Rift Herald. I'm just not even bothering anymore. I don't want to fight. I did my thing. I'm not even gonna push out the wave because I need to go back. Like, Singed with no mana, just go back. It doesn't make any sense. He says, why you guys are so behind? Everyone is ahead except for him. Look, everyone is ahead except for him. Not sure what he's talking about. By the way, guys, I have a very pleasant surprise. You guys are going to be seeing me somewhere. Very pleasant surprise. I'll tell you about it later. It's going to be really good. Like, I should never be afraid of Akali here. I just destroy Akali. Akali is also one of those champions. She just can't deal with Singed because you're faster than her. You're much faster than her. And she can't, like, the only way she can kill you is just bursting you down. But if that's happening, you get an Abyssal Mask, so you can tank it up. So like Singed just does so well into Akali as well. And like another underrated thing about Singed is his second ability. This is a thing that like not many Singed players use correctly. And when I was casting the WREC, for example, Snitch and Vagos, when they were playing Singed, you could clearly see them use their second ability very, very well. Very effectively, sorry. The way that you do it, your second ability denies any movement ability from the enemy. Any mobility ability, sorry. The enemies cannot flash. The enemies cannot dash. The enemies are literally stuck on the glue. They're stuck. They can't use anything to get out of it. The only thing they can do is walk out of it, and they're slowed massively while in the glue. So the second ability, for example, if Akali uses her ultimate, I can then, after the first charge of her ultimate, put down my second ability on her, and she can't escape. And even better, if you can root an enemy into it, if you can fling an enemy into the second ability, they will get rooted, which is of course huge. And you have your flash and proto belt to do that. And let me tell you, Singed is not an easy champion to play. I know that everything that I'm saying right here is definitely not easy to execute. I know. But that's the thing with Singed. You want to put yourself at a challenge. He tries to go on me. He flashes and does everything. I, of course, have to use my flash and proto belt as well. But he just wasted his ultimate. So if we could fight right now, it would be big for us. I still have my ultimate. I nearly have my Liandry's too, by the way. That's gonna be a huge power spike. Like, that's basically where the game changes. When you get a Liandry's, the damage is just so utterly disgusting. I love it. Like, I love playing Singed because I know people get tilted when I play Singed. Because it's such a toxic... Oh, I'm just dead here. Yeah, we're just... Somehow, some way, I'm surviving. Wow. Impressive. I really thought I would be dead, but... Camille ulted Janna, that's why. That's why. Camille could have ulted me and killed me, but she decided to ult Janna. Now I got a Liandry's, guys. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Basically, Rhylo Scepter, Liandry's, and Protobelt. This is the massive power spike. This is the damage power spike. You're still not gonna be tanky enough, but you're gonna deal the damage already. And basically, it's enough damage already. And the reason that Singed doesn't go full AP is because his AP scaling is horrible. His first ability doesn't scale well with AP. That is why you're getting items with an effect. What I mean with that is Rhylo Scepter has an effect which slows the enemy. Liandry's has an effect which deals damage over time. Oblivion Orb has an effect to apply anti-heal. Singed Gas does a lot of does magic damage for a long time. So that's why these effects are super duper worth it instead of going for full damage. So let's take a look. I use my ultimate here. And what you want to do as a Singed, you run right through the enemy. Look at this. I run right through everyone. I did screw up here. I did screw up, but it's worth it. Look at, like, just look at everything that I did in this team fight. The enemies are still slowed because of my fart gas. And we just easily win the team fight. This is what Singed does, guys. We easily won that team fight. And I can guarantee you right now that I dealt the most damage in that team fight. The most. And then the second one is probably going to be Fizz. But all of the slows, all of the damage, everything, all of the tanking that I did. Because after this game, you should look at the stats. I tanked so much damage as well. Because that's what Singed does. Your ultimate makes you tankier as well. It's just everything. He has everything. He really has everything except for something like what? Okay, so Singed has everything except range and burst damage. Besides that, he has everything. So you have to play to those powers. You know, to be able to deal the damage, to be able to apply all your effects, you have to run right through the enemy. That is the weakness of Singed. But you can deal with it when you have defense items. You can just tank up damage. And you're so incredibly fast that as long as you just don't get chain CC'd, you should be fine. Let's take a look at what happens here. She can't hit me with the hook shot because I'm so fast. Look, Olaf tries to kill me. He can't reach me. And now we win the fight. Look, I can protobelt, fling her backwards, and she's dead. Now I'm going for the Olaf, and he cannot run away anymore. He flashes over the wall, but look, I can just chase them. I can chase them. Look at this. Fleet footwork, throw him back, and Ezreal's dead. This is what I mean. Like, look at this. This is what I mean. Like, no one can escape. They try to catch me. Look at how desperately they're trying to catch me. It's so funny. And my damage is just unbelievable. Look. He's dead. He's dead. He was full HP. He was like nearly full HP half a minute ago. And I, as a Singed with the fart gas, just straight up murdered him with Janna. How crazy is this? How crazy is this champion? This is like I find it crazy. He needs to get nerfed because otherwise he's gonna get abused at Worlds. He's gonna be pick or ban in Worlds for sure. Oh, we're in a bit of trouble right now. But look, they can't chase us. I'm just doing so much damage passively. All I do is turn on my first ability and run in circles. And they walk into it and they just die. And now when I get this item, the winged moon plate, it gives you movement speed. It's really, really good. Really, really good. Oh my god, guys. Singed is just... I love playing him so much. I love playing this champion. I love playing disgusting champions because it's so satisfying to make enemies tilted. Because you know when you play Singed that the enemy is going to be tilted. You just know. I'm going to help him. Let's see. Ultimate, and I'm gonna run through them. Look, look, look. I'm just in their backline. I don't care about the front line. I'm just in their backline. Gonna be dealing a massive amount of damage. I can use Protobelt and fling someone back if I want to. Taking a little too much damage, as you can see. See, like, this is the thing. I don't have my defense items yet. If I had my Deadman's Plate, if I had more defense items, I would have been able to turret dive this easily. I do want to turret dive it, as you can see. Like, I really, really want to turret dive this. You can clearly see I'm kind of looking for a turret dive. But they like with the range that they have, Ezreal is another champion that works very well into Singed, by the way, because he can deal so much upfront damage to me. While I'm chasing him, his first ability really hurts. It's not something that you can just tank. Like a lot of abilities you can just tank, but Ezreal just hurts a lot. Like you don't want to be tanking his damage. I can nearly get a Deadman's Plate. Yeah, exactly. I didn't go back because I can nearly get a Deadman's Plate. I just need one more minion. So I went to the mid lane to get the gold, and I should have the Deadman's Plate. Let's take a look. There's 43 gold and I got the Deadman's Plate. Ah, come on. I could have actually backported because it wouldn't have gotten through the shield. All they need to do now is wait for me and we just win a fight. There is no way we lose a fight. Deadman's Plate is gonna make you so fast. I mean, just look at what's gonna happen here. Look at the move. They are fighting. They are fighting. All they had to do is not fight. Jesus Christ, man. I run right through them. I got rooted. I got rooted. I got killed because I got rooted. I didn't get killed, but look at the damage that I dealt. Again, it's just crazy. We're in a 3 versus 5. I'm going for a very risky approach here. I can't. I can't do this. I'm not sure what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to get a free kill real quick because my... No! That is so tragic. No! I killed Akali! Ah, it's so tragic that Akali dashed on the other side when I flashed on her. I would have killed her for free otherwise. So I got an Oblivion Orb this game because Olaf and Camille, they both have a Death Stance. So having the anti-healing is really good because then it doesn't allow them to heal up a lot when they get kills or assists. That's why I went for the Oblivion Orb this game. Next up, I was going for the... I can tell that I was going for the Abyssal Mask because I have a Fizz in my team and the enemy has an Akali. So Abyssal Mask is a really, really good item to go for here. Because magic resist and me and the Fizz are going to deal more damage. Please, just don't int. Just wait for me. It's simple, guys. Just 5 versus 5 this. Oh god, they're fighting without me again. Please don't. They got the dragon. Nice, actually. I'm coming, boys. He can't escape. He's grounded. Look, he's just dead from my gas now. Yep. Look, now I just run right through them. And they will never ever be able to kill me. It's so funny. Look at this. Look at this. I root him and he can't escape. I just leave him to Fizz and now I go on Akali. I didn't continue to kill that guy because I knew Fizz could kill him. Look, Ezreal is a bit of a problem, as you can see. But I'm dealing with it. I just throw him back and my team takes care of him. That's another thing that Singed does, you know. If you don't want to be dealing with an enemy anymore, just throw that enemy back. Let your team deal with it and you continue going down the enemy backline. Throw an enemy backwards, your team gets the kill and you keep going. We can end the game here, by the way. Yeah, we can end the game. We have enough time. And I just want to show you guys how much damage I did and how much damage I tanked. Because it's really important for you to see. Because the numbers are gonna be crazy. We just got every single turret and we're taking their nexus. It's kinda funny. There we go. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let's take a look at how much damage I did and how much damage I tanked. Very important as well. Okay. I was MVP, of course. Look at this. 31,000 damage. I tanked 27,000 damage as well. So I dealt 31,000 damage and I tanked 27,000. Both, look, both is by far the most. That's how crazy strong Singed is. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Bye bye.